Welcome back, everybody. This is Christy Walters with the Y and the B.I.E podcast, and I am coming to you today from beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana, visiting some family and enjoying time with my grandkids. So today I am thinking about dealing with disappointment and unexpected events. This has been a theme on several of my recent client calls, and I just felt like there was a need to talk about how do you handle unexpected events? What happens when you get laid off? What happens when you need to make a fairly sizable career transition? Sometimes disappointment even comes when you are expecting it, but the loss that you feel when you make that transition, it takes you by surprise. Sometimes it's a little smaller. It's just losing a big contract, but maybe something you've worked on for a long time. Maybe you didn't get that promotion you thought that you really deserved or that you had worked for. One of the things that I have seen, because I have seen people on the front end of this experience and I've seen people on the back end of this experience, and I can tell you without fail, almost every single client that I have worked with on a transition issue has ended up in a better place in the end. So I have a couple of techniques that I would like to recommend to you if you do find yourself in this situation, either in a big way or a small way. Dealing with disappointment, it's important to keep it brief. B.R.I.E.F. And B.R.I.E.F. stands for breathe, regroup, intention, execute, and focus. So let me go through those really quickly with you. Breathe. Sometimes you just have to stop before you get into an emotional spiral about what is happening or how unfair what is happening is for you. And just breathe. Don't give it more authority or power than it deserves. It is not the end of the world, and you can recover from this. So just stop and breathe. And second is regroup. So it's not enough to just sit with the emotion that you're feeling. Make sure that you regroup. And you say, okay, what are the facts? What am I actually dealing with here? Separate the facts from the emotion and regroup on what your plan's going to be. Intention. Find your intention. So if it is something that is out of your control and you feel it's unfair, it probably is unfair. But here's the reality. What do you intend to do with it? So find your intention for the next step in your life. And then execute. E is for execute. Nothing happens if you don't take action. So finding your intention, regrouping, getting a plan together, these are all great things, but you've got to take that first step. And the first step's always the hardest. Take that first step. If you lost the big contract, go out and prospect like crazy for the next 2 weeks. Build your confidence back. Find something that's going to do that for you. And then finally, focus. Focus on the thing that you were placed on this earth to do in the first place. Most times when I have clients, especially when they're dealing with a layoff or a fairly sizable career transition, they have lost sense of their purpose on this earth. And in reality, oftentimes we are separated from a job or from a direction that we have been taking in our lives because we have lost focus on the thing that really drives us, that gives us that fire in the belly. Oftentimes you'll find there's a disconnect between what you thought you were here to do and what you really know you're here to do. You haven't done work on what it is that you're on this earth to do. I highly, highly recommend you work with a coach to do that. But getting focused on your life's purpose is a huge step in getting past disappointment. So in summary, if you find yourself in transition, remember to keep it brief.